60 seconds away from your shock collar question of the day. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. But before we get into that,
let me take a selfie.
let's take a selfie.
Oh, yeah.
We're living in the era of Instagram where every teenager is an aspiring supermodel.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Every sentence ends in a hashtag. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. And it's more important for your food to look good than to actually taste good.
Yeah.
Some
And-
people.
That's exactly how we end up with the bizarre new food product that's making news this
no.
morning. Apparently, there's a trendy new food item that's going viral on social media, and it's pink lettuce.
What?
It's not artificially dyed or anything like that. It's a natural vegetable. It's called pink radicchio.
Ooh, delicious. I'm
weird.
in. I guess it makes sense. You have like purple cabbage. Why not pink lettuce?
Yep.
Yes, yeah.
It's got a slightly bitter taste, and it's starting to show up in grocery stores like Whole Foods. And why is it more popular? Because it will make your salads look way more photogenic.
Ooh.
True, if you
So
think
much
about
more
it.
exciting
Oh,
than a
yeah.
boring bowl of plain old green lettuce. What is this, the 90s? Oh, boy.
You guys are joking, but I'm actually searching that stuff out just so I can get my toddler to eat some lettuce.
If you're going to post a photo of a salad on social media, it should at least look like a salad that a unicorn from Mars made.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hashtag rainbow salad.
It is going to cost you, though. Pink radicchio sells for about 5 times more than normal green lettuce.
Hey, guys. Whoa. Listen. What's
Yeah.
happening there?
But those 5 extra likes that you're going to get on your post,
Worth it?
totally worth the money.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
So there you go. Go out and get a pink radicchio salad today so you can post it on social media and everybody can be very impressed by your salad.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the shot caller question of the day. Young Jeffrey has come in studio with a hat full of names. We'll draw a name out of the hat to see who will put on the shock collar this morning. They're asked a trivia question. If they get it right, they don't get shocked. Jeff does because he asked a terrible question. If they get it wrong, they get shocked to the song that you want us to sing. Text in at 78592. What song do you want to hear from the person who gets shocked today? Brooke has drawn a name out of the hat because she had the shock collar last. And who'd you get?
I got Josie.
Oh, man.
Jose.
Jose's got the shock collar. While he's putting that on, Jeff, do your thing.
Recently, National Geographic came out with a list of the most common sources of plastic pollution in the world. Surprisingly, plastic bottles are only number 5 on the list. Some of the other items in the top 5 included bottle caps, plastic bags, and food wrappers. Name the final item that makes the top 5 biggest plastic pollutants in the world.
Kardashians,
Plastic
first thing that
bags.
pops into my head.
Just the throwaway after one surgery is
Yeah,
bad.
it's bad.
When they replace.
So my first thought for you is plastic straws.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say a huge issue is those microbeads that you get in any sort of hand wash or face wash.
Oh, I've heard they banned them, right?
Well,
Eventually. or-
they're plastic.
Yeah.
So they're little, like thousands of pieces of little tiny plastic.
But those are so tiny and small. I'm trying. It's kind
So
That's a real
revitalizing.
issue.
They're very revitalizing. So.
No, you can get natural stuff with like sand in it, or I don't know what it is,
Oh,
but yeah.
ew.
Ew.
Do not buy microbeads. That's all I'm saying.
I'm trying to think. It's got to be something that everyone uses and throws away constantly, and it's probably larger, or at least a decent size, because it stacks up so much.
What? No.
Read
Doesn't
the
have to be
question.
large to be a huge
Or that's not
issue.
necessarily a decent size. It doesn't have to be huge, but
Read it
No,
one
some
more
of the
time.
bigger
biggest
than a tiny
issue-
bead is what I'm saying.
No.
National Geographic came out with a list of the most common sources of plastic pollution in the world. Number 5 is plastic bottles, and some of the other ones include bottle caps, plastic bags, and food wrappers. What's the final item in the top 5?
Does the little rings around like
Pop cans?
pop cans, does that count as like a bag or a bottle cap?
No.
Okay.
It's not a bag. It's
I guess if it's not titled a bag or bottle cap,
Yeah.
it counts. Okay.
Yeah.
What about tampons?
Those are cotton.
Don't they have a
Okay.
plastic
Yeah,
applicator,
some of them
though?
have plastic applicators.
Oh my gosh, I think I got it.
What?
Everyone uses them every day, and you got to replace them constantly, and they're made of like 99% plastic. Toothbrushes.
No.
They're
That's
no.
not
I
the
just
right
read a stat
answer.
yesterday that 700 million toothbrushes go to waste every year. I think I read this stat. I got you. It's toothbrushes. I'm serious. 740 million. Look it up. Google it. 1,000,000 pounds of plastic.
Okay. According to National Geographic, the top 5 most common sources of plastic pollution in the world are plastic bottles, plastic bags, bottle caps, food wrappers, and the last one makes up nearly 10% of all plastic garbage in the world, talking about plastic straws.
Oh,
Straws.
straws. Oh,
Dude,
man.
straws are so bad. And you think about like the stir sticks. I hate that our company uses plastic stir
I'm
sticks.
using them right now.
Exactly.
You got it wrong, and somebody wanted to hear Rockstar by Post Malone.
Ooh.
So you can sing that before you get shocked. Whenever you're ready, there's the lyrics.
Oh my god, this is so edited because it's such a bad song. I've been hugging girls and popping meds, man. I feel just like a rock star.
Is that how the edited version goes?
That's not how
The
it goes.
radio edit.
All my brothers got gas and they always be smoking like a Rasta. Mess with me, call up a Uzi and show up, man, them the shatas. When my homies pull up on your block, they make that thing go grata-ta-ta. Pow, 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 ay, ay.
Just like the gunshot sound. But in that version, it's not gunshots, it's a tickle fight, right? It's the radio edit.
You stop hugging those.
It is the radio segment that's making the goatee sexy again.
No.
Laser
not.
Stories, the segment where we read weird news stories from around the globe, just like every other radio show does, except we have a laser, and those other numbskulls don't. This first laser story is out of Canada. There's a 64-year-old guy named Joseph Stroup, who's been America's most wanted deadbeat dad for almost 20 years.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
God, his kids are adults by this time.
What a title.
He's been on the run since 1998 and owes more than $550,000 in back child support for his 4 kids.
Oh my god,
Hey,
man.
buddy.
Well, after 20 years, Joseph finally screwed up. It turns out he's been living in Alberta, Canada, under the fake name Jupe Cousteau. And recently,
That's an amazing fake name.
I know, he might be a horrible person,
Yeah.
but great sense of humor with that name. And recently he was at a bar and ordered a cherry Coke with 8 maraschino cherries.
Whoa, dude. That's a lot.
What are you, 5?
Yeah, exactly.
A few minutes later, he started yelling that he'd broken his tooth on a pit in one of those cherries.
Oh.
But maraschino cherries don't have pits.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
confused
was
about.
thinking that.
And the manager got suspicious, so he went in the back room and started Googling the name Jupe Cousteau. And he eventually found a Facebook page one of his sons had started about the back child support, so the manager called the cops.
A maraschino cherry outed Jupe.
Yep, they coordinated with the FBI and the U.S. Marshals, and Joseph was arrested earlier this month, and now he'll be facing trial for violating child support and is facing quite a long time behind bars. And they don't have maraschino cherries behind bars,
Dang
unfortunately.
it.
This next laser story is out of New Jersey. 25-year-old Troy Fatton, or Fatoon, Troy Fatoon, we'll go with Fatoon.
Yeah, he didn't get teased about that one his whole life.
Troy Fatoon boarded a flight from Newark to Tampa recently. Then, right after they shut the door to the plane, he started yelling that he was on the wrong flight.
Oh, no.
How does that happen? They have to scan your ticket
Yeah,
when you
like
board.
5 times to get.
One of the flight attendants tried to help him, but Troy wouldn't listen. Then, without warning, he bolted out of his seat, opened an emergency door, and jumped down the slide onto the tarmac.
Oh,
Because
why?
that's going to work. You're just going to go,
Onto the
knock on the
tarmac.
door of the plane you're supposed to be on and see if they'll let you in?
Now, first of all, there's no way they're letting you board another plane after you do something like that.
Yeah.
No way. You're probably getting arrested.
But the dumbest part is that it was completely unnecessary because once Troy was on the runway, he took a second look at his ticket and realized that he was, in fact, on the correct flight after all.
You know what, though? I can understand. I overreact sometimes, too, Troy.
Passengers watched Troy yell out that he was sorry, then attempted to climb
Sorry.
back up the slide to get into his seat. Shortly afterwards, airport security arrested him, and he's facing charges for criminal mischief, criminal trespass, and interference with transportation. And because of his antics, Troy's flight got delayed about 4 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
So-
So there's a whole plane full of people that hate Troy.
Yeah, all the other people were very happy with him for that.
Sorry.
This next laser story is out of Hazel Township, Pennsylvania. A guy called the cops recently to report that someone had walked into his house while he was in the bathroom and stolen a pot of meatballs that he was cooking.
Okay, sir, what have you been smoking?
Hey, I
So-
feel you. I go right for the meatballs too.
Police drove to the address and actually found the pot in the street, but the meatballs were still missing.
Wait, hold up. The
What?
police actually responded to a pot of meatballs? And it was true?
It's Hazel Township, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
They don't
this
got
is-
a lot
this is
going
hot
on.
Yeah,
cake.
they're-
Okay,
this is a big
okay.
thing for them. They found the pot, but no meatballs. That is until they saw a 48-year-old guy named Lehman Potter walk by, and they suspected he just might be behind the crime because he had red sauce all over his face and clothes.
I was like, why are they just pointing him out?
Oh my
Now I get
God.
it.
He, of course, denied having anything to do with the great meatball heist.
Yeah, how many jokes about we caught you red-handed did the cops make?
So authorities asked him how he got the red sauce all over his face, and according to the police report, it took him a while to answer, but eventually he just looked down in the ground and said he did it. I'm sorry.
They just smelled so delicious.
He was arrested for burglary and trespassing.
Oh man.
This next laser story is out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Dan Gorski is a legend in his town. He has eaten 2 Big Macs every day since May 17th, 1972, and is now set to devour his 30,000th on May 4th.
And this is something he's really proud of. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Don says that eating Big Macs are 90% of his total food intake, and he doesn't regret it
What?
one bit.
Yeah, but do you know what does? Your arteries. They have a lot of regret
His
for that.
colon, too.
Yeah.
Not
I
happy.
bet.
Every birthday, Don places candles on his Big Macs instead of getting a cake, and he even hangs up the empty containers around his house for art.
Oh my god. I
Well,
mean,
how could you eat something twice a day for that long?
He's-
Anything.
Currently at 29,877 and holds the official world record for consumption of McDonald's Big Macs.
Well, there's something to hang your hat on.
The city is planning to throw a huge party for him as he finishes the last sandwich to make 30,000.
I'm just worried people are going to scream too loud, and he really is going to have a heart attack.
His family told a local media outlet that they're very proud of his accomplishment.
Well, I guess he found his thing.
This next laser story is out of the magical land of fairies.
oh.
An annual survey called the Original Tooth Fairy Poll just came out, and even though the stock market soared last year, the average tooth payout has dropped by about 11%.
Really?
Yep, the average amount of money kids got for each tooth was $4.13. That's down from the all-time high of $4.66 in 2016.
Oh, so you're telling me now's the time to invest?
Is that what
Invest-
kids-
Yeah, invest when it's low.
Got it.
Yeah.
Is that what kids talk about on the playground? Just
Yeah,
like,
what the
"Ah, man.
numbers are down.
I remember back in 2016, everybody was living the high life, and then crashed. And now we're barely getting anything for our teeth, guys.
Yeah.
We should just keep them in our heads. Once again, kids in the western half of the country did the best, ranking in at $4.85 a tooth, followed by the Northeast, $4.35, the South, $4.12, and the Midwest, just $3.44.
Wow,
man.
Tooth Fairy's cheapo in the Midwest.
But the average price for a first tooth stayed pretty steady at $5.70.
Yeah, the first one, that's the big
But
one. Like,
$5?
hey!
Like, what happened? I thought it was just like $1.
Yeah.
A few other stats, 84% of parents say the Tooth Fairy visits their home, but 55% admit she's missed at least one payment before.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
she paid out a total of $271 million for lost teeth
Dang.
last year.
Big business.
Yeah, that is. Poor thing. Where's she getting the money back? How's she recouping that?
Aside from the money, the most common things she leaves are toys, a letter, and a toothbrush. It's kind of rubbing it in, like, hey,
Yeah,
you don't
look
have a
at it,
tooth
yeah.
there anymore, but try to brush that area. This next laser story is out of International Food Headquarters. CNN's travel experts just released a list of the countries with the best food in the world. And where did America rank? It just barely squeaked in at the number 10 spot, probably because our spray cheese improved 13% from last year.
Yeah, creamy. I have a feeling that's not it, but maybe.
Yeah.
Other top food countries are number 5 is Japan,
Yes.
number 4 is Spain, number 3 is France, number 2 is China, and the top country voted with the best food in the world is, of
Yeah.
course, Italy.
Yeah!
Yep.
We love Italian food.
I gotta say, I didn't love it when I was in Italy.
Really?
Yeah, like I love it here at American Italian restaurants.
Well, I love
and then
the Olive
over
Garden.
there, it wasn't as flavorful as
Yep.
I had hoped for.
Well, because when you're here eating American food, your family. Over
Yeah.
there, you're just a stranger.
That could be why.
No unlimited breadsticks.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, where's the Alfredo sauce with all the sodium?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking
Yeah,
for,
more
guys.
salt.
Apparently, with all the pastas, sauces, and delicious cheeses, Italy won the hearts and stomachs from most international travelers.
And they got wine. I mean, that's awesome.
Yep. You know someone who wins the hearts of everybody in America on I was going to say daily basis, but not really, on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday basis. Tri-weekly would probably be the right way to say that. The turtle humping a shoe, and that's the sound of a turtle humping a shoe, which means Laser Stories has come to an end for the day. We'll do it again, same time on Friday. Things are about to get crazy with 2 Ks. Both of them are capitalized and
whoa.
backwards. That crazy.
Shoot.
Oh, no.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning, because every year millions of people from all over the world flock to the United States to attend the most extreme sporting event on the planet, the International Yo-Yo Championships.
I honestly think this is so cool. I'm not joking.
Just picture it. Yo-yo masters, young and old, get up on stage in front of a huge crowd of screaming yo-yo fanatics,
Yep.
wearing their protective leather wrist guards as they perform crazy tricks like walking the dog, boingity boings, the reverse fountain tangler, and the infamous Tijuana yo-yo smuggle.
Oh, is that even legal?
That's
I
a
don't
real
think-
trick name.
Oh.
I think you need to be of a certain age to see that trick.
Who knew there was only one way to truly capture the pageantry of these yo-yo championships? And that way is by sending our own Jose Bolaños and our intern Sue Lynn down to the event to ask people a simple question. What you doing at the yo-yo championships?
What you doing at the Yo-Yo Championships?
I don't know. I think we just like throwing gyroscopes at the ground. Yeah.
So, what is the hardest trick that you know?
Yeah, I think it's this thing I made up. I just came up with it like a week ago.
What do you call it?
I think I'm going to call it like Chopsticks Gorilla or something like that.
What? Why?
I don't know. It's just funny.
All right, explain to me what you're doing.
All right. Kind of toss it over. You do this thing what's commonly called a wrist mount.
Okay.
You just kind of roll back once, twice.
Whoa.
You drop this string off. You jump over, drop all that roll over, get your thumb in there. 360 Gorilla yogurt slice. Get over here. Mini kamikaze right here. You pull that out. You roll back out. Kind of like swoosh it on in there.
Whoa.
Drop that. All right, that's cool. And then you go whoop, roll under, and boop, and you kind of collect it,
Oh my God.
and it's pretty sweet.
Wow.
No idea
No.
what he was talking about.
But I did like his gyroscope yo-yo joke right off the bat.
know.
I mean, that guy,
That killed me.
he sounded kind of like the rebel of the yo-yo world. Like he was dropping some cuss words.
Oh, he didn't care about anything.
Yeah, living on the edge.
Renegade.
He only cares
Yeah.
about one thing: proper usage of the yo-yo. It's Jose and our intern Sue Lynn at the Yo-Yo Championships asking a very simple question.
What you doing at the Yo-Yo Championship?
Well, I was hoping to compete today, but it didn't exactly pan out. All the spots were filled already.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's my hobby. It's what I do. It's how I relieve stress. It's just my thing.
Have you ever hit anyone with the yo-yo on accident?
I was at Disneyland and
Disneyland?
I accidentally hit a kid.
The happiest place on earth?
Yeah.
And you hit a kid.
Yeah, I wasn't watching and I threw it and it bonked him in the head.
How old was the kid?
Small, probably like 4.
All right, so give it a message to that child that you hit at Disneyland with your yo-yo.
I'm really sorry I hit you in the face, but it is a really fun sport.
So
There's a butt to that? Like,
Watch where you're
I know
going.
you might have an adverse reaction to yo-yos now when you see them, kid, but it's an awesome sport and you should get into the game.
Maybe that'll inspire you.
Yeah, inspire
get
you a
into
little
it.
bit. 4-year-old gets hit in the head with a yo-yo.
I love that he just does it everywhere, too, though. Like,
Why
he's
not?
the guy that just takes it with him.
Yeah.
And amazes people.
Yeah.
He's just on the Matterhorn, just doing tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never stop.
And nobody's actually paying attention to him, but in his mind, everybody's looking at him
So he's like
as he works the
hashtag,
yo-yo.
it's like hashtag yo-yo life,
Yep.
right?
It's Jose and our intern Sue Lynn at the Yo-Yo Championships, just talking to people and asking them a very, very simple question.
What you doing at the Yo-Yo Championships?
I'm out here in Yo-Yo Regional, just hanging out. You know, the competitors out there make themselves look like a fool if I go up on stage and do any tricks. So
Are you competing? You're just hanging out, you said.
just hanging out. I've competed in previous years, but as you get older, you get priorities in life. You gotta work, you gotta pay the bills, you gotta live that life. So
So you're talking like you're an old man in the game, bro. How old are you?
no, I wouldn't say I'm an old man. I'm 28.
But in yo-yo years, how old are you?
Maybe 69. But yeah, as you get older, it's just hard to like keep up with everybody. And I've been out the scene for like half a year, and
So you've been gone for 6 months, but in yo-yo years, that's like 20 years.
that's in 20 years. People thought I was dead for some reason.
Wow, I didn't know it's that intense in the yo-yo life.
yeah.
The life of pro athletes isn't very long, Like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
NFL career is only like 3 years, really, or something like that. NBA players, you're old if you're over 30. And apparently in the yo-yo world, 28
It's like,
Well,
oh, man.
is
I
when you
mean-
tap out pretty much.
You got to be careful of like carpal tunnel probably and arthritis.
Oh, it's a dangerous,
You okay?
dangerous sport. It's Jose and our intern Sue Lynn asking a very simple question.
What you doing at the Yo-Yo Championship?
I'm definitely been drinking beer all day.
What?
Actually, sake and beer, and smoke some weed, and just doing my thing.
That sounds like a fantastic combination for the Yo-Yo Championship. How has it been so far?
And unbelievable. I didn't understand that people can do things with yo-yos.
Oh, you're impressed.
Super impressed.
What are your plans now? Are you going to watch the rest of it? Are you intrigued? Are you going to buy a yo-yo?
Oh, no, yeah, we're going to Beyonce laser show later because the queen is lit. And we're about that. We love Lemonade. And Jay-Z up. No, I love it. But 444 was amazing.
Are we still talking about yo-yos?
What?
What?
What is that?
What?
What is this thing?
It's a recorder.
Damn.
I just want to hang out with that guy.
I know.
was
I
messed
agreed
up.
with all of his opinions.
He was so messed up.
Yeah, he was.
He couldn't focus.
But he knows how to plan a day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo-yo championships and then a Beyonce laser show.
Right?
Yeah, dude.
That was amazing. And you were just sitting there staring. Like, whoa.
Having a great time. And then thinking about Jay-Z's new album.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
messed up, bro.
He did
But
mess
it is
up.
a good new
It
album.
was
so,
really good.
Yeah.
A lot of truth in there.
Yeah.
All right. That was what you're doing at the Yo-Yo Championships.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Not getting behind the wheel after drinking is the best choice. But if you're pulled over, the next best choice is to call 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
It's another Jubal phone tab.
Weekday mornings on the 20s.
Only on Moving 92.5.
Hello.
Hey, I was looking to speak with Kyle.
Oh, this is he.
Kyle, Topher Sparks. I work with the talent agency in LA. How you doing?
Oh, awesome. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Can't complain. Hey, listen, buddy. A friend of mine in the industry passed along your audition tape, the one that you did for coffee.
Yes.
I love how you said the word coffee in it. I was like, what? This guy on the phone with me right now, I'm talking about you, Kyle, could sell ice to Eskimos with that voice.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, no probs. Anyway, I got a client. You might know him. I'm going to spit out the name. Whoop, Amtrak did it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a big one, and they're looking for a new voice for their train commercials.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, apparently they're trying to young up the train travel industries. I don't even know if that's possible. Is that possible? Hey, who cares, right? Who cares? Doesn't matter. As long as the check's cash, that's all I'm concerned about. It youngs up my bank account.
That's it. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So what do you think? Interested?
Yes, I am.
Because if you're not interested, I'll hang up the phone right now. Interested?
No. Very much interested. Yes.
Perf. But first, we just met, so I got to check it out. Can you do a couple lines for me just so I can check and see if I'm comfortable with that?
Sure. What would you need?
I'm going to give you a line, all right? Writes it down if you need to.
Okay.
I need you to say it back to me so I just kind of can hear what it's like. You down? You down, dog?
I'm down.
So the line is Amtrak, see where the train can take you.
Sure. Amtrak. See where the train can take you. Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I fell asleep there. That sounded like my grandpappy's read. He's dead.
Oh, okay. Well, I can try it. I can try it again. Sorry about that. Yeah.
I want you to put Kyle all over that thing. I've heard you read other things, and it's great. I want that thing to smell like your when you're done with it. Okay? That's how much I want Kyle all over that line.
All right. Can I try it now or?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Amtrak. See where the train can take you.
Couple notes on that one. Okay?
Uh-huh.
No. I guess that's one note, right?
No. Okay.
Okay, look. Try this, okay? Because they want you to young it up. Maybe say something like, I don't know, off the top of my head. You looking to save some major swag money on travel? Swerve! Now stay in your lane. I'm on the train. Hashtag turn train. Choo-choo. Something like that, you know?
Okay. I'd have to probably write that down.
Why don't you try throwing a cuss word in there? Somebody young it up.
Cuss word?
Yeah, one or two. That'd be great.
Okay. Normally in a commercial.
Normally in I'm sorry, who's the agent in Hollywood and who's the voice actor on the phone? I think I know what the industry is up to these days.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is the industry is fine with cuss words these days. So put a couple cuss words in there. Maybe it makes it sound younger because it's still not working for me.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to try to do it like this. Hey, you looking to save some money, You know, you can put some money back in your pocket, some big-ass money if you go with Amtrak. Amtrak. See where the team... I'm sorry, I said team, and I apologize. I read that.
Well, you know what? That's all right because the whole thing was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, see, I meant to say see where the train can take you, but I
Yes.
I'm saying that wrong.
Yes. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. That's my dog.
Uh-huh.
Is that my dog?
Yes.
Is that my dog on the phone? Are you my dog?
Yeah, I'm your dog.
That's what I thought. We were going to get this gig. Listen, can you do that for me one more time? I want to hear it all the way through.
I'm going to try it. All right, here we go. Oh, it says, you want to save some money, some big-ass money? Then use Amtrak and see where the train can take you.
Loves it. Loves it. Loves it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Unfortunately for you, I can't give you the gig, Kyle.
I thought you said it was good.
I did, but this is a prank phone call. So there's probably our biggest hurdle in getting this gig, you know?
Is that part of the... Are you...
No, this is actually Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning doing a phone tap on you and your friend Dave set you up. It's a joke. He's told me that you've been applying for acting jobs and wanted me to mess with you.
Oh, okay.
But you're still my dog. You're still my dog.
I can't believe you made me say all of that.
I can't believe you said all that.
In my mind, I was thinking, no, you don't do that.
That's my dog. Who's my dog? That's my dog.
Yo, yo, yo.
Wake up every morning with Jubal phone tabs. Weekday mornings on the 20s.
Only on Move.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
How does that Marilyn Monroe quote go that every single Instagram model posts on their account at least 3 times a month? Is that if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best?
Yeah, like you didn't know it. That's
AKA,
cute, Jubal.
I'm crazy. But anyway, Russell, who's on the phone for a second date update today, definitely met the girl that he wants to call at his worst. I think actually they were probably both at their worst.
What? Really?
I read your email, Russell, and the one thing that I thought was hilarious is how you guys met.
Yeah, that was a good story. I've never met anybody like that before.
I can't wait to hear it. Yeah. What happened?
We both actually met at a Slurpee machine in a 7-Eleven.
Oh, already the romance.
Yeah, it was great. Not what I expected for the day, but we were both super hungover. We both had crazy nights the night before, and we were just like, I need a Slurpee.
I think that's the only time I really have Slurpees anymore.
I feel like I should try those as hangover cures from now on.
You can actually drink with them too, just so you know. Put vodka in them.
Let's
anyway.
slow it down. So what happened at the Slurpee machine? Like you bumped into each other and it was like one of those rom-coms?
So we were both craving these Slurpees, and the Slurpee machine was broken. So,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So we talked to the guy working there, and he said, I'll be right back. I just need the right parts to fix this. I don't know how a slurping machine works.
Yeah.
So we were waiting there for a little while, and we just started talking. We started up a conversation, and we both just talked about our crazy nights, and she seemed pretty cool. I mean, she was cute. So we just decided to hang out.
She was cute with last night's makeup still on.
Yeah, well, some guys were into that.
Yeah.
And you probably had last night's makeup still on too, so it didn't really matter.
Exactly. We were both at our worst.
All right, so what did you guys do when you went out? Like on your actual, or was this the actual date?
No, well, I guess this was the first date if you count Slurpees. But we decided to go on a bike ride around the city.
Oh, not the same day you're hungover, did you?
No. We both had to sober up for that.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's an awesome date.
Yeah, right. You get exercise, you get to see the town.
Totally. There's something to talk about. Your blood's pumping. Everything
Yeah.
is looking good. How did it go?
Well, the date went really well. We talked a lot. There was one point, this was actually something funny that happened. There was a mailman, and he got out of his truck, and he didn't see us coming.
Oh, no.
So she missed him. She went right by him. I was aimed straight for him, and I had to brake just immediately.
Oh.
My back tire went up,
Oh, no.
and he just was so scared, he laid down on the ground, and he was just frozen.
He just laid down.
He was like accepting his fate.
He just saw his life flash before his eyes.
Oh,
So what happened? Did you
That's funny.
crash? Did you run into him?
No, just missed him by a hair.
Oh.
That's awkward. It's almost like you'd rather hit him if he's laid down expecting you to hit him, and then you stop short. It's kind of, well, if you stop short, it's weird. It's like, okay, who moves first now?
I felt bad for the guy.
yeah.
But anyway, we're talking about it, and she was like, "Oh, you're such a nice guy. You didn't hit that guy. You were paying attention." And, so I was like, "Oh, great." She looks at me as this really nice guy because I didn't hit this mailman with my bike.
Also,
Yeah,
oh, great,
exactly.
that's where her standards are. You
Yeah.
just have to not run over a mailman, and you're a hero in her book.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, it takes so little to be a nice person these days.
Yeah, so I had it made. I was in. At least I thought, And so we went out to lunch after that, and we talked. We had a great time.
So
Okay.
why isn't she calling you back if it was so wonderful?
That's the part that I don't know. I have no idea. I texted her a couple days later, and I said, "Hey, I had a great time. Would you like to get together again?" And she said, "Please don't ever contact me again."
Whoa, that's
Oh, so
extreme, man.
She's not only not calling you back, she's aggressively saying, don't talk to me.
Jeez.
Exactly. So
So
I
wait.
have no idea why.
So now we're going to call her.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you have any idea why she would be so,
Adamant?
yeah.
I have no idea. The date went really well, I thought.
yeah.
And I even texted her, why? What's wrong?
And should she respond?
Not after that, no. No, nothing.
Wow.
Are you like some known felon and she did a Google search and found out all your horrible past?
Not that I know of.
Well, maybe we'll find out that you do have a criminal record and you didn't even know it.
We could.
All right. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date update, okay?
Great. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Will today's second date update end with Russell getting another chance at love? Or being solo? Or with all of us getting a restraining order? I'm going to go with number 3 because the girl we're about to call sent Russell a text saying, please don't contact me. So, Russell, I am excited for the no contact order and restraining order. I've had a goal in my life to at least get one of those, and we might get both here.
Yeah, let's dream big.
All right. Just to remind everybody, Russell met a girl named Dana at the 7-Eleven. They were both hungover getting Slurpees. And then they started a conversation, decided to go on a bike ride, and then they had lunch. And according to him, other than almost running over a mailman with his bike, nothing bad happened. But after the date, he texted her asking if she wanted to go out again. And that's what she said. Don't contact me anymore. So we're going to contact her. That's how we're going to do it.
You guys, are you sure you want to do this?
I want to know. I want to get to the bottom of this.
And is your goal to go out again, or is it just to find out the problem?
I'm more concerned about what the problem was. A second date, yeah, maybe. But, I want to know what went wrong.
Yeah, if you have no idea and her reaction is that strong, maybe you're doing something on dates that is not cool and you don't even realize it.
Yeah, exactly. And I need to know.
I think she found something online that was bad about you.
I mean, that is a possibility. She could have.
Was there stuff online that's bad about you?
No, here's the thing. My ex is not a good person, and we had a really bad breakup. And I'm wondering, like, maybe there's a possibility she talked to her somehow. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll
See?
find out. I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Okay, let's do it.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Dana, please?
Yes.
Is this Dana? Dana? Hello?
Hi, yeah.
Yeah, hey, Dana. How are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Are you okay?
Dana?
Dana, are
Dana.
you okay?
Hello?
I'm here. Who are you?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. And I'll just cut to the chase real quick. We do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and they end up not calling you back after, we'll call that person and find out what happened. So you went out with a dude named Russell not too long ago.
No, oh my God, no. No. I don't want anything to do with him.
Okay. Well, we
my
know.
God, wait,
no,
hold
Dana.
on,
We know.
Dana.
We know that you don't want anything to do with him because you sent him a text message telling him that. But Russell's really confused at what he did. That's the problem.
I just don't want anything to do with him.
That
Okay.
was a serious reaction, though. Are you, like, scared of him?
I don't know why, like, he doesn't take no for an answer. I just, like, I don't want, I don't agree with, you know.
Dana, here's the thing. He will take no for an answer if you can give us a reason. He's just confused because, according to him, your date was awesome and there was nothing wrong. And then right after, you seemed like you were pissed at him. So he just wants to know what's up.
Well, look, yes, the date was good, but, like, the really good ones always turn out, you know, like, rotten in the end, so.
Did you find... Okay, this is my guess. You found something online about this guy. He swears that he's not a convicted felon or something.
No, I didn't have to go online. He flat out told me.
He
He
told
told you that he's a convicted felon?
No, it's, like, way worse than that.
Worse than a
he's-
convicted... than a felony?
He's not a convicted felon. He's currently a felon, just not...
He's running amok.
Yeah, he's at large.
Okay, we're joking, but what could be worse than that?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you don't already know since you say you already talked to him. So
We did, but he sounded pretty normal, and his description of your date sounded pretty normal, but...
I mean, if anything, you don't obviously owe this guy anything, but
no.
If you told us we could get the word out to other people who may go out with him.
That actually would be helpful. Yeah.
Okay, so what is it about Russell that makes him so evil?
Look, he told me just, you know, casually that he works with nuclear weapons and he takes them all around the country and I don't know if he manufactures them and he works with nuclear weapons somehow. And, you know, like I'm 100% against mass destruction and I can't,
Okay.
I just can't. I'm sorry.
I don't know a lot about the nuclear weapon game, but I don't think you could just travel around the country and sell them. I haven't met a traveling nuclear bomb salesman yet.
Not a vacuum.
Well, he'll tell you if you keep talking to him. He'll just tell you.
I mean, okay, wait, hold on, though. I mean, that's great that you're anti-war, pro-peace, but why wouldn't you just tell him that?
It's a first date. He flat out tells me I don't agree with it. Like, why can't I just leave? Like, get the hell out of there.
Okay, so
Well, I mean,
that's
you
what you
can,
did.
but-
And are you sure he's like selling nuclear weapon? Like I
He
feel like
told me. He said those words himself.
That he sells nuclear weapons.
I don't know exactly, like, if he sells them, if he makes them, if he promotes them. I don't know. But he said
Well-
nuclear weapons, and I'm out.
I know a good way. I know a good way to find out, Dana, because Russell is actually on the other line listening to this conversation right now and wants to talk to you.
Excuse me?
Dana, this is Russell.
No, oh, my God.
What are you talking about? Nuclear
Nobody
weapons?
told me that he was on the other line.
I know.
told you I didn't want anything to do with
I
him.
have a bad memory. I have such a bad memory.
Dana, what are you talking about? Nuclear weapons?
Russell, you said that you work with nuclear weapons. I heard the words come out of your mouth.
Wait, back up for a second. I don't know what you're talking about. Nuclear weapons. Where'd you get this idea?
From you. You said it.
I work for a marketing company. What are you talking about?
What? You work for a marketing company?
And you guys sell nukes? That's an intense marketing plan.
Either you guys had a really big miscommunication or you're doing something on the side that you're not coming clean about right now, Russell.
I work for it's basically a PR company. We go around and we shop to companies and, to expand their markets, whatever they do.
That's a complete and total lie. You were changing your story. You're making it sound because we're talking to these people, but I heard you. The words came out of your mouth. You work for this company. It's like nuclear ideas. You take them places. I don't know all the small, little, tiny details about it. All I need to know is that you work with nuclear things, okay, and that is not okay with me.
What?
This is a huge misunderstanding. The name of my company is called Nuclear Ideas.
Like 3 words?
Clear.
Wait, did you say
It's 3
nuclear, like as in brand new and not vague?
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God!
New space clear.
Dana, are you still there?
Yeah.
Did you?
Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard him again. He said nuclear.
Wait, do you not believe him? It's nuclear ideas.
Yes, nuclear ideas.
No. Like you buy a brand new car and the water's so clear.
Yes.
Dana, it's not nuclear as in bombs. It's new clear ideas.
Oh my God.
We propose new ideas that are clear to companies.
Oh my God, Dana.
I can't believe it.
So you don't work with bombs?
No, not in the slightest. I agree with you. I don't like war. I don't support that. I don't do anything involved with that at all.
Oh my God, Dana, what are you feeling right now?
I feel like he needs to pronounce his words better.
I don't think this one's on him.
I feel like you probably should have known he wasn't talking about bombs based on subject matter.
Oh my God.
Far out there.
Oh, I feel so sheepish. You were so fired up.
I'm embarrassed.
Are you sure, Russell? You really don't work with war stuff?
I don't work with war stuff, Dana. I'm 150% positive.
Oh my God. I feel so stupid right now.
It's okay.
Dana, would you like to go out with Russell on a second date? We will pay for it.
He will not.
Now that you know he's not making nuclear bombs in his basement or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that was the only thing. I mean, it was a pretty big thing, except it's not real.
Yeah. I don't think nuclear bomb salesmen are really not a profession.
Yeah. I mean, when he said it, I knew it sounded stupid, but I should have asked more questions, but I just jumped to a conclusion, and nah.
Okay, so Russell, you want to go on another date with her?
You know what? In the beginning of all this, I would have said yes, but you learn a lot about someone on a first date, and I've learned even more after this experience about her temperament and communication skills. So I don't think it's a good idea. No.
So we got you a second date, and now you're turning it down.
After this, yeah.
Now that's the bomb that I didn't expect. What are you doing?
After all that.
It was just the overreaction was fierce.
Oh.
But wait a minute. It was clearly a mistake.
Listen, we can be friends.
Ooh, friends.
But I just don't think it's a good idea for me to be matched up with you on a romantic level. I just don't see it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This is an awkward ending, isn't
It
it?
is. I don't even know what to say.
Dana, thank you for your time.
Yeah, I guess mistakes happen, but
Well, yep. All right. Well,
sorry, guys.
No, it's fine, Russell. Way to bring the mood down, though.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. It says Russell dodged a bullet. Correction, he dodged a nuclear bomb.
Oh, gosh.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about the second date update. If you missed it, this dude, Russell, wanted to call Dana. They went out on a date. Everything seemed fine. After the date, though, she texted him and said, never contact me again. So, of course, he did the right thing. Had us contact her for a second date update. But we got to the bottom of the problem. She is against war and all things war. And she thought Russell was somebody who sold nuclear weapons. But Russell works for a company called Clear Ideas, and she heard nuclear ideas, and that's why she said never contact me, because she thought he was some sort of international arms dealer or something.
I could see where the name sounds like nuclear. I get that.
Totally. Yeah.
But why wouldn't you have a further conversation? I mean, if someone told you that they were dealing with nuclear bombs, I'd have all sorts of questions.
I definitely would
Like,
want to find out more about that.
Even if I was against it, I'd be like, whoa, I've never met somebody who goes door to door and sells nuclear bombs before.
In the end, Russell decided not to go out with her because he thought that was kind of weird, that she didn't realize it was nuclear and not nuclear, and the way that she reacted, saying never contact me again.
Yeah,
and
I think her
was all upset. He decided not to go out with her again.
jump to conclusion was a little bit much for him.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move at 92.5.
Let's go over a list of famous celebrities, shall we? It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Wendy Williams, all famous celebrities who fainted while on stage. And now we can add one more name to that exclusive list. Talking about George Clooney.
Oh, okay. Actually, that would be a very famous person.
Oh, wait. No, that was me. I confuse George and me all the time.
Okay, you're the only one that has ever done that, ever.
That's weird. I don't remember passing out yesterday during the show, during a segment.
Yeah, do you remember, like, slurring your speech, too?
No, don't remember that one bit.
Making us think you're having some sort of stroke?
If you missed it yesterday, we were doing an update on the Awkward Tuesday phone call, and I was attempting to read an email from one of our listeners when suddenly things started to feel weird.
Yeah.
I was out of breath, and then I passed out.
Yeah, and you turned, like, you got this blank look on your face. You turned completely green, started wobbling, and then went down.
Okay. Yeah. The wobbling part was the one that confused me, because the blank look and turning green has happened many times.
That's a good point. Some people thought you were going to vomit in this room.
For those who didn't hear it, we do have audio of the clip of that exact moment when I passed out. Oh, man. I haven't even heard this yet. So this is the first time for me. No.
It's scary, man.
It actually is not.
You can hear producer Boyd yelling from the other studio through the
Really?
mic.
Yeah,
yes.
we can hear all panic.
Yes,
all of
and
us.
he's talking to Chris, who's the technical director, who stands right next to you during the show. I'm across the board and freaking out.
Yeah.
Okay, here, I'll play the clip. This is the first time I'm hearing it, too, if you missed it yesterday, or if you just want to hear it again,
Why do
because
you
it
have
was
so much
super cool.
joy about this?
I'm interested. I want to hear it. I don't remember it, so I want to hear it.
Both up to no good.
All right, well, let me let's hear an update from Cora herself. This is a portion of the email that she sent us.
Oh my gosh.
It says, "Hey guys, after we did the Awkward Tuesday phone call, I spoke with my coworker who denied having any knowledge regarding." Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not feeling good.
Oh, you okay?
Wait, are you being for real?
Yeah.
You all right, buddy?
This is weird.
What do you want to do? Do you want to?
I'm gonna read that email.
How about we just play a song
Yeah, let's
and then
just hit
take a
the
break?
song. Chris,
Okay.
hold it. Let's hit the
Grab
song.
it. Hit the song. Hit the song. Hit the song. Hit the song.
You were a little late on the song. Whoever's gonna hit it.
Yeah. I know. It took forever. It felt like we were on air for 80 minutes after you're down on the floor.
First of all, thanks to all the listeners and their concern. A lot of people hit me up yesterday.
Dude, I bet you got blown up.
Yeah, I
were getting
did.
blown up.
But it was all followed by, so what happened with that email anyway?
You know, I went home yesterday and I told my husband, he's like, how's your day at work? I'm like, well, you're never going to believe it because he never listens to the show.
Yeah.
Jubal passed out and he's like, that's funny. And I'm like, no, seriously,
No,
like
it
live
wasn't.
on air. And I started laughing. He's like, you're joking. I'm like, I'm not joking. I went back and forth for 15 minutes before he finally believed me that it wasn't some sort of prank.
I listened to that clip back. Like I remember exactly how it felt. Like it was weird. I've never passed out before.
Yeah.
Like without being like drunk or something. But
Yeah,
I've never
yeah,
like
like, really.
actually passed out before. And like the room was just closing in on me. And listening back to it, it was interesting. I kind of sounded like that character that I do Ted for a second. Just,
Like you're stoned?
Then I finished reading the email. And then I passed out. And then the EMTs came. And I was like gonna try to actually do the rest of the show before they got here, and I stood up and I still was like not feeling right.
You weren't
Yeah,
looking
you had to
good,
be
man.
walked out of the room. And then I felt like a jerk because Jeffrey's immediately on 911. Young Jeffrey, call 911, is on the phone. I walk out to go get you water, which apparently you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Brooke almost
I
killed
did
me, I
all the
guess.
wrong things.
Yeah.
And then I told Jeffrey, I'm like, do we really need the ambulance?
I know.
Like, I don't know.
I
Like,
was calling too.
in my opinion, I was
hung
like,
up.
I don't know, he's conscious.
Yeah.
Like, can we just drive him in? Which is also something you shouldn't do because
Oh
my
my
mom,
God.
who was an EMT, was like, yes, Brooke, he could crash again. I'm like, hey, it just seems expensive.
Yeah.
You're supposed to keep him laid down and not give him water and give him space.
You didn't know
Well,
this
now-
yesterday. Don't act like you knew this.
Now we know.
okay?
Now we know because this is my new thing.
Yeah, well, you're supposed
Apparently.
to elevate the feet. I honestly have been looking and searching, and I'm signing up for a quick response after my horrible reaction and almost killing you yesterday.
The whole time I was with the EMTs, because I was feeling better, but I still felt weird. And they were talking to me, and they're asking me questions, and the questions you can tell are designed to see if you know where you're at and things like that. Do you know your name? And the whole time I just wanted to say the weirdest thing. I just wanted to troll them.
No.
And I stopped myself, but every time they were like, what's your name? I just wanted to be like, I require a loan.
Hey,
Do you have money?
what was wrong with you?
Well, apparently, and I might be breaking the news to some people. If you get 3 hours of sleep a night, and you work out like 2 to 3 times a day,
Why are you working out so much?
I like working out.
2 to 3 times
And
a day?
you don't drink enough water,
Yeah.
and you live off a Red Bull and the occasional Cliff Bar,
Are you like a Victoria's Secrets model all of a sudden?
not gonna get it done. Apparently, apparently that has a shelf life, and you pass out at a certain point.
Seriously, though, your lifestyle needs to be checked.
Yeah. So basically, the doctors told me to lay off the Red Bull,
Huh.
which is a real downer.
Yeah.
Because I like the taste of it. I wish I could make it without all the energy stuff in it.
Yeah.
And eat more than like Cliff Bar throughout the day.
Yes.
So I have to get my nutrition right and try to get more sleep, they
You
said.
definitely
Too.
need to sleep, man. You
What?
never,
What?
ever sleep. We
You're
always talk
working
about this.
out 2 to 3 times a day. I still
Yeah.
can't get over that piece.
Because I get up at 3 and then I work out before the show. And then I work out after the show and in the evening sometimes.
How many times are you showering a day?
A lot.
Yeah,
My
And then I
God.
shower just for fun
And
before I
the
leave the house, too.
amount of laundry you must be doing. Oh, I have so many questions
Lots of
about
laundry.
this.
Yeah. But I was kind of disappointed in a few things because I've thought about fainting before. I've never done it.
Like for attention or just for fun?
Just like if
What do
I
you-
fainted, how would it be? And in my mind, it wasn't like that. Like I always thought if I fainted, it would be more of a Southern belle fanning herself. You know,
My dear.
is it getting hot in here? Is it just me? Oh! And then I would faint. And it didn't go off like that. So I'm a little upset with my lackluster performance.
I'm going to tell you, your fainting face, not cute.
I'm also upset with our digital director, Jake, for not rolling on the show the whole time. We could have had that footage, that video footage.
That's true.
Jake.
Come on,
way to
man.
screw that up, even though he's the one that was holding my hand when I woke up.
Yeah.
I don't care about that, Jake.
Get the shot, man.
And, by the way, fainting live on the air does wonders for your social media. My Instagram yesterday, so many likes.
Oh, my God.
So just be prepared for me to
There
faint
is
like
something wrong with you.
4 to 5 times a week.
Oh, great.
Because the engagement, huge on my Instagram yesterday.
Okay.
But thanks, everybody, for your concern. I'll be all right. I just got to sleep more and stuff. Your phone tap's coming up next. All right, Brooke, you're going for 25 wins in a row today. And you're going to be playing Chris from Tacoma. What's up, Chris?
What up, dog?
What up? Not much. How you doing?
Living dreams, surviving nightmares.
I don't. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
I like it. Chris,
Haven't heard that one.
Chris with a quote. All right, Chris. I'm not as slick as you, so I'm just going to exit, and I have no witty thing to say about it.
All right, Brooke is
Oh,
leaving
that's fine.
the studio. Chris, the game is played like this. You got 30 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. If you don't know one, just say pass, and you have to beat Brooke outright to win, all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Got it.
You sound confident.
No, I lose all the time, but it's fun.
Wait. Hey, but it's better to sound confident than to actually be confident, so that's good.
Exactly.
All right, let's do this. Your time starts now. According to the American Kennel Club, what dog breed was recently announced as the smartest breed in the world?
Labrador.
In the UK, they call this a windscreen. What do we call it in America?
A front window.
The Red Hawk.
Windshield.
Okay, the Red Hawk is the mascot for Seattle University. What bird represents Seattle Pacific University?
Pass.
What artist painted the famous piece titled A Starry Night?
Van Gogh.
Name the fast food restaurant that has a secret menu item called the Meat Mountain.
Wendy's? What the hell?
What the hell? We'll bring Brooke back into the studio. Chris, what do you do for a living?
I'm a barber now.
Oh, nice. Do you have your own place, or you work out of a?
I work out of someone else's shop. I earn someone else money,
All right.
like the rest of us.
Do you want to promote your business? Well, their business?
No, not really.
Okay.
No.
The people that know you, and we'll get their haircut by you. But other than that, don't give them any love. Okay.
I just walked in on the end of it. Sounds like he doesn't like his bosses.
No, I think he's okay with them,
No,
but
I do. I love him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he loves him. It's just not his
It's just-
shop.
yeah.
So he doesn't care about promoting it.
Wow.
all right. Brooke is back in
cold.
studio with her headphones on. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, your time starts now. According to the American Kennel Club, what dog breed was recently announced as the smartest breed in the world?
Poodle.
In the UK, they call this a windscreen. What do we call it in America?
Pass.
The Red Hawk is the mascot for Seattle University. What kind of bird represents Seattle Pacific University?
Falcons.
What artist painted the famous piece titled A Starry Night?
Van Gogh.
Name the fast food restaurant that has a secret menu item called the Meat Mountain.
In-N-Out.
What billionaire is famous for starting the company Virgin?
Oh, Mark Cuban.
Let's send it on over to the scoreboard and see how you guys did with Jose.
Choodanoo for doofy poopy. Choodanoo for doofy. No poopy.
Bolaños.
Best word ever. Chris, you did pretty well actually. You got 2 correct. You say you don't really do well, but 2 is good, man. Brooke,
Yeah.
you got in 1 extra question and also 2 correct.
I'll take it.
Time.
Me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Beat me outright, man.
To beat Brooke outright to win, that means you didn't get the money, Chris. But good job. You did better than you thought
I'll
you
be
would.
back.
All right, let's go over the answers. According to the American Kennel Club, the dog breed that was recently announced as the smartest breed in the world is a Border Collie.
Oh.
In the UK, they call it a windscreen. We call it a windshield here in America. The Red Hawk is the mascot for Seattle University. The Falcon represents Seattle Pacific University. What artist painted the famous piece titled A Starry Night? Vincent van Gogh.
Go.
It
Yep,
depicts
that's it.
his view from the mental asylum where he was in at the time.
Whoa.
The fast food restaurant that has a secret menu item called the Meat Mountain is Arby's. It comes with chicken tenders, turkey, ham, Swiss cheese, corned beef, brisket, steak, cheddar, roast beef, and, of course, bacon.
Oh, my God.
Makes you poop a meat mountain.
Yeah, pretty much. What billionaire is famous for starting the company Virgin? That would be Richard Branson, currently worth $5 billion. Chris,
Never heard of her.
you didn't get the money. But just for playing today, you got the Oscar-nominated film Dunkirk on Blu-ray, all right?
Sick.
I want Chris to play every day. Yeah, call
he's
back,
excited.
man.
I'll be back, man.
All right, we'll play Winbrooks Bucks same time tomorrow.
Move at 92.5.
That number again is 877-937-1047. John, Jay, and Rich.
All right, it's What You Want to Know Wednesday. So there's something going on in your life, you need answers, you come to us, we talk to you, we kind of get enough information to go to the next level where we call the person or people that are messing with you or that you need answers from, and we get the answers for you on this Wednesday. What You Want to Know Wednesday. Isaac, what you want to know?
Oh, guys, how are you?
All right.
I am like so stressed out right now, and I've been trying to figure out. Let me start like this. I've been living with my roommate for almost a year, and we had such a perfect relationship. And I came home the other day, and all my damn stuff is there, but her stuff is gone. And I've been trying to text her. I don't know where she's at. She hasn't been answering any of my text messages. We've been living together for the last year. And it's not a romantic relationship because I'm gay and she's obviously straight. And I just don't know what's been going on. So when I came home last weekend, I didn't see her at all on Friday. And then Friday afternoon, I go to my friend's house. We end up going to happy hour. And then that night I ended up crashing at my friend's place. I didn't come home till early afternoon on Saturday, and my whole place is cleaned out. I mean, everything is gone except my stuff, like her room, her bed, her dresser, everything, all the pots and pans, the silverware. I'm like, what the hell did I do? She doesn't text me back. And then Sunday I wake up and the electricity is freaking off. And I forget the electric bill is in her name. So I call her and there's no answer. And I'm like, what the hell? And then she finally texts me back and she says, F you. And I text back, what the hell?
Oh, so she's mad. It's not like you're crazy and the lease ran out and she just moved out because she was supposed to.
No. She just moved out. I don't know what the hell.
And you guys never got in a fight?
Never.
What did you do? You had to do something. She found something of yours, or you said something to a guy she was dating or a friend of hers, and it ended a friendship.
You borrowed her conditioner.
I don't do stuff. I don't bring sand to the beach. I don't where I eat at.
Okay, language.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
So all cool as far as you know. You guys were perfectly cool roommates.
Very cool.
And you didn't do anything like
Nothing
screw
at
her over
all.
on a payment for a rent thing or
No, we went shopping together. She told me about her relationships. It was like a perfect setting. I don't know what happened, and this is just like driving me crazy. Now I have no electricity. I don't know what's going on. And then to get that text back, it's like, what the hell?
Well, in my opinion, as I'm hearing your side of the story, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, maybe she got all caught up in love and moved in with a guy and hasn't had time to get a hold of you and talk to you. But because you did get a hold of her and she texted you back an F you, that means to me that she doesn't like you. Something happened between you and her. Like it wasn't her and something else. It's personal.
I'm hoping she's on her period or something's going on. Like I don't know.
Even if she is, you still did something.
Yeah. Something had to piss her off.
you were talking about her behind her back, like at some point with one of your friends, and she overheard it.
I don't get messy like that. We've never had any type of arguments or anything like that about bills or anything. This is just like so sudden to me.
Okay. What's her name?
Chelsea.
All right. We'll get Chelsea on the line and see if we can figure out why she moved out so suddenly. I mean, do we just be ourselves, right? You're on the radio and hey, we're okay. All right, Isaac, hold on the line, okay?
Yep.
All right, What You Want to Know Wednesday continues next with John, Jay, and Rich.
You're listening to John, Jay, and Rich.
But I think it's such a shot that explains my weekend. It started off with me getting pulled over by the police for speeding, and it ended by me drinking my pee.
John, Jay, and Rich.
We're in the middle of What You Want to Know Wednesday. It's John, Jay, and Rich. So you got Isaac and Chelsea. They're roommates, okay? Just friends. Isaac tells us he's gay, and he says that Chelsea is straight, and they had a great relationship, a great friendship. But the other, a week or so ago, he went out with his friends for a happy hour and got drunk and crashed at a friend's house. And when he got home, the apartment was empty with her stuff. She took all her stuff, pots and pans and her bed and the sofa and everything that was hers is gone. Which, I mean, if at least she did that. She didn't take your stuff, right, Isaac?
Yeah, I guess. I could look at it like that.
She did turn the electricity off, so I guess she kind of took that from him.
Yeah.
So the electricity gets turned off. He reaches out to her on a text, and she says, F you. And so now we all know that it's personal. I mean, there's something about her not liking him versus whatever excuse could be between her and somebody else. Like she didn't go back home, or there was a death in the family, or she fell in love with somebody else and moved to Vermont. I mean, it's not. It's something between Isaac and Chelsea.
This is so juicy.
I know. I can't wait because you did something.
I assume she's not going to hold back. Well, let's not wait anymore. Let's call her up. You stay quiet, Isaac, until we find out what you did.
Hello?
Hi, is Chelsea there, please?
This is Chelsea. Who's calling?
Hi, Chelsea. It's John, Jay, and Rich. We do a radio show. Can we put you on the air with us for just a moment, please?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Hey, I'm going to ask you a couple things, and I don't want you to hang up, okay? You just bear with me till we're through. Is that cool?
Okay, I'll try. I'm a little suspicious of you guys, but okay. Hi.
What do you mean you'll try? You say yeah. You just don't hang up. It's simple.
I know how you do. I listen to your show all the time, so I know how this might go.
Okay. All right. So listen, pretend that we're kind of like mediators or like a judge, but not a judge. We're hearing all kinds of information, and we kind of want to make a decision after getting all the facts. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. So your roommate Isaac got a hold of us.
Yeah.
And he's just frantic. And you don't ever have to talk to him again. But we wanted to hear your side of the story, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's really simple. I had one rule in the entire apartment. We've been living together for months. And I will share. I'll share food. You can eat the last of the bag of chips. Like, everything is fine. My only rule was stay out of my room. Respect my privacy and give me my space. Stay out of my room. Never go in my room. Don't touch my stuff. And he couldn't even do that.
How do you know he was in your room?
Because I'm smart. I came in the house, and in the bathroom, I saw my bottle of lotion that I keep. I know where I keep all my stuff. You know where everything has a place. Like, I know exactly where I keep my stuff, and I would have never put it there. And it was sitting on the bathroom counter. And I'm like, how did it get there? It did not Rolex and walk. And I'm through. Like, who knows how long he's been going into my room, taking my stuff, going through my things. I'm using my things. No, I'm not. I had to go.
And you didn't have that conversation with him, like, hey, my lotion.
I had the conversation when I moved in.
Wait a minute. Can I explain?
I mean, you could go ahead. Sure.
First of all, that was the first time I've ever been in your room. I promise.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What makes you think that I'm supposed to believe that?
No, it's the truth. I've never done this before, and I promise it's the first time it happened. I can explain. Please just listen to me. Listen to me, please. On Friday afternoon, I had to take a poop, and I realized we were out of toilet paper. So I checked underneath my bathroom sink, and I checked the hallway closet, and we were out. It was an emergency, so I went in your room and found a roll in your closet.
Okay. So what about the lotion on the counter?
Okay, I admit it. I was wrong. After I pooped, all right, after I pooped, I jumped in the shower, and I borrowed your lotion and forgot to put it back.
But that's not okay.
My bad.
An emergency poop, that's something that we could... Well, why wouldn't you just tell me this up front? But you needed to lotion your body with my lotion? You ran out of that, too?
Chelsea, this is crazy. You know me. We've lived together for almost a year.
I don't know you, and I don't trust you anymore because I asked you to do one thing or not to do one thing, and that's exactly what you did.
Gosh, this is insane, and you just move out? You don't try to talk? You don't try to talk to me? You shut off the electricity?
Yeah. Why would I pay electricity? I don't live there anymore.
That's cold, Chelsea. Chelsea, I didn't know you were so cold. That's icebox cold. That's so cold. You could have least.
I'm not cold. I'm simple. I had one rule, and you already know. I'll share a blanket. I'll share the food. You can have the soda. You can have whatever you want. Just do not go in my room. And that's the one thing you did. You went in the room. You couldn't.
I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say.
You couldn't be like, hey, it was an emergency. I went in your room. I had to find out on my own.
This is plain nuts. This is really nuts. How could you be so cold?
This is crazy. So intense.
I bet you there's a lot of relationships, roommate relationship. There's one rule. There's one thing I care about. If you break it, then we're done.
See, I see both sides because, yes, you had a one rule. You had to respect that. But, I mean, you could have sat down with him and been like, look, it happened. Don't let it happen again.
Yeah, there should be like one, I don't know, like a little, like if you're that good of friends, you've lived together that long, you'd almost be like, there's a little bit of forgiveness, just like,
because you don't move in with just anyone, you know what I mean? You have to have been friends for a while or trust the person to move in with them. So after one mess up, you're gone.
Yeah, but I like that though. I do like that whole I don't screw around. It's like
I like
word gets out.
Yeah.
And people know when if I say that we're leaving at 9, we leave at 9. Yes. You know what I mean? Like that whole deal. I do like that, even though I do feel for Isaac, because think about it. So he goes potty. He doesn't have any toilet paper. He has to shimmy all the way to her bathroom and bend over and find the roll. And then by the time he's done, he realizes, man, I got to shower. This is everywhere. Right? So he gets in her shower. He has to. And then by then he's like, oh my God, I've already used the shower. I've already used the roll of toilet paper. I've already went in her room. She's going to get mad. Might as well use this lotion. This is like good lotion. Put it on my elbows. Got these ashy elbows.
You got to text her right there and then.
Then you got to go, I had an emergency.
Right there and
I had to get toilet paper. Hope you don't get mad. That's what he should have done, Isaac.
But you had to text her right there and then. Like, why'd you keep it from her?
I didn't think it was important. Just I thought we were friends. Like that really didn't matter.
I had the same thing with a roommate of mine. I was like, look, no matter what happens, do not touch my drum set.
Drum set.
Do not touch my drum set. And
That
he
brother.
rubbed his balls on my drum set.
Did you touch my drum set?
No.
I'm gonna put
Why are you sweating?
my balls
Why
on your drum set.
Why are you sweating? Huh? Let's watch your cops. Anyway, so where'd you move to, Chelsea?
I moved back in with my folks until this lease runs out. I'll pay my rent every month until the lease runs out, and then I'll move into another place by myself. I can't deal with people that just, I mean, you're an adult, but you can't follow simple instructions or communicate.
Well,
I'm tired of that.
There's a little more to this. Isaac, do you want to tell her about how you put her clothes on when she wasn't home and run around the house?
Oh, God, stop.
You guys are so cold.
I know. Everybody's cold, Isaac.
He would lay in your bed and just flip-flop around. This bed's unbelievable.
Don't
I
listen
don't even
to
want to think
him.
about anything like that. That's why I have to get all of my stuff out of there.
Well, I know if you think about it, it would have been cheaper just to buy a bottle of lotion than it would be to pay all the remaining months of rent.
So extreme.
Yeah, I mean, that is really taking it.
He learned how to kiss by kissing on your pillows when you were at home.
Yeah, but how could I trust him again? He did it, and he didn't even own up to it. He didn't even like call or text me or anything or tell me later. It was the next day, and I found out on my own. So you can't trust somebody like that.
You got to have your rules, your priorities, your values. I totally get it. It's out, though. It's over. You're not going to move him back in with him, right?
No, absolutely not.
All right, so there you go, Isaac. You got it. Isaac, next time you poop, you be careful and you know that you're pooping in a place that you're allowed to poop in.
You guys are so cold.
So what you want to know Wednesday, John Jay and Rich.